Close. Oh, what is this? New. Managing moderators can support your channel. Managing users have the same capability as standard moderators, but in addition, they can manage blocked words. Okay, cool. Hey, y'all. Sorry, I got a pop-up first thing on my thing, but we're here. We are back again with another Friday night a live stream. Hopefully, y'all hear me very well. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust it. Adjusting it. Oh, sorry. But we're here. We're back. We're doing our thing. Let me make sure this is looking how I want it. I want to see it. There we go. Hey, y'all. Justin the Zilla here. Welcome to another Friday night live stream. Well, Friday evening, technically, because it is 5 p.m. EST over here. We're looking at figures, opening toys. Another Friday, as always. Doing our stuff. Of course, the short hair still continues. It grows, though. So, due time. It's all right. Still getting used to it. Still trying to see what to do with it. Just been kind of like, it's just there. Haven't really been paying too much attention to it. But we're here. We're doing our thing. Nothing really too much for updates. Just been busy working a lot. Gonna be working a whole lot. I mean, this whole next week, of course, but this whole weekend I'm working as well. So sorry if we don't get, a short in this weekend. We should be able to, hopefully. I gotta record it. Hopefully tomorrow, or hopefully tonight after the stream, but we'll see. See how the motivation goes. But yeah, nothing really too much for updates. Main thing, as y'all can see, Donatello's not there anymore from the remastered Playmates Turtles. His command hook just fell. It just went to time. I'm waiting on the rest to go, especially that row yet again, but we'll see. But he's going to go, he's going to go back on that wall, but he just fell over there for now, so I don't know. It's probably a sign of some kind. But yeah, but we're doing our thing. Looking at figures, looking at toys. I kind of want to adjust my mic. Hold on. Get this microphone better kind of situated on my shirt. There we go. That feels better. We're going to make sure our live chat is working. There we go. It's working. Here we are. Alrighty. So yeah. So as we do every week, we look at figures, we unbox figures, we look at weekly pickups, and we just talk about what's going on. What's vibe? What's the vibe, y'all? So yeah. So I guess first, with our first segment, we will get into pickups, because I did finally get nothing really too interesting. Just something that's been on the list for a while. And since we did a whole Star Wars stream last week, where it was mainly the main motivator for that was getting the Commander Cody and the Jedi Master Kelnaka, I think that's what his name is, whatever it is. But they were on clearance at my local Walmart. They also had this guy, the IG-12 and Grogu pack. They had, of course, this up for, at the regular price of like $35, $34, which is insane, but I get it. It's a technically deluxe release. But, just wait it out, and this guy got down to $12. So I was like, that's enough for me to justify buying this. Might go back, might get another, or I don't know, probably not, because I just like this guy. So this will be something, probably a stream in the future, a simple stream, another Star Wars one. Can't complain about Star Wars. I got plenty of Star Wars to talk about. I mean, there, and, well, not there, but it's in the corridor. It's in the pile. Because I got Anakin, I got Obi-Wan here. I did order that, what was it? The Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker 2-pack, the new one that comes with like the whole stand, and he lobs off his arm, and it's like, I'm your father. So I got that pack, so that'll be a stream entirely. Hopefully by the end of this year. I think it said it was like near like October, November time when that's coming out, so can't wait for that. And also I did pre-order the Mephisto. I think I already talked about that like way before, but I did also order that as well, so looking forward to that. It'll be something different, something new. It's my first kind of like premium thing I've gotten from Hasbro Pulse. I'm trying to think of last time I really got something like that, where it was like a made to order. I guess it was their Deadpool and Bob SDCC pack, because I did get that. I was lucky enough to get that. Still need to get that Marvel Rivals 3-pack with with Sauron and the Savage Land Rogue and what's the main female? I can't remember her name. I feel bad, but they're cool figures, and I need them. I need them in the collection. I need them in my hands. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm in the camera. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, nice little pack here, and that's really it for pickups. But it's a cool little thing. Nice little IG upgrade. It would be nice to get an IG 11 is the original one, and even just get a regular IG 12. So something to look forward to. But there he is, like right in the thing. So cool. So pretty nice there. Then for really things going on, not really much. As I've said before, just been working, but have been planning. Because surprisingly, yeah, I think like now it's like I do want to talk more movies and events that are really going on. Like surrounding like movie releases and movie theaters. So most recently, like the big thing that has been kind of like going throughout like my kind of friend group, and then also with like my social stuff, has been that they have the original the Ninja Turtles movie out. I need to go see that. I think my theater only has it going until next week, even though I think they announced that they are going to be having it going up until the end of the month. So I don't know. It's probably just like a regional thing. So just depends, but need to see that soon. It's going to be hard because I'm working every day. So we'll see if I'll have any free time at all. It'll probably be impossible. And then also, they also had the re-release of Shin Godzilla in theaters. So hopefully going to be seeing that definitely next week. Have to see it. Need to see it. It looks so good. I can't wait to see Shin Godzilla in full theaters. See Ninja Turtles in the theaters again. I need to see that stuff in the theater, because I never did, because I didn't exist during the 90s. Of course, it's like, then of course, like here in America, I don't think that Shin Godzilla came out in theaters in America. Probably very limited. But now they see the thing, because -1 did so freaking good that everyone was like, oh, Godzilla? More. And I'm like, yes, more. Give me these movies more. I'll watch this movie again. I haven't watched it in like probably like 3 years, is my thought. It's been a while. So, some point we'll see it. Definitely need to. Also been seeing people talk about Peacemaker Season 2, about all the things that's going on there. I assume there's kind of like some retcon things that are happening at the moment when it comes to, from the transition from the DC EU, to just the DCU. So we're kind of seeing what's going on there. I still need to even watch the first season of Peacemaker anyway, so we'll get there in time, but hopefully soon. Also, need to do more DC stuff, to be honest. I need more DC in the collection. I just want more of, frankly, like, of the Justice League, and I want, more, I need good versions of all of, of all the characters, from the new, the Superman movie. I got the Superman robot. Need to get a second one. because I just ordered that sticker pack, or Bearded Skull Studios made like a sticker pack with all like different numbers. He has like a pack that has like, I think that 1, 2, 4, and 12. And then he has like a mega pack that has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he has all of them. So I just bought that mega pack because I was like, if I want to get more, I'll just put more. But only for 2 for now. I need to get him. I don't even have a second one. So that'll be something. Hopefully we'll be looking at that next week. So look forward to that. Need to get those guys in my hands because they look so good. But yeah, need everything from the new, the Superman movie. Need good figures. There hasn't been one that's really perfect, in my opinion. There hasn't been a perfect, like a representation of all those characters, specifically, like of David Cornsweat's Superman. Like they've been good. Like McFarlane's is fine. I just don't like how they do their faces. It's just not very good, and also proportions are all weird and stuff. And then I know there's been like, another third-party one. That one looks best, but it's still kind of 7-inch scale technically. And then I know, who was it? I think Mezco also, released their prototype images. Funny, but funnily enough, they keep advertising, being like, "Hey, it's still for pre-order." Kind of being like, I don't think a lot of people are really too thrilled with what they gave us. I need to see a more completed version before I want to put my money down. And it's not an exclusive anyway, so it's gonna be there. It's gonna be on the shelves. It's gonna be at your local comic shops, at the stores. Well, not the stores, but local comic shops. So be sure to go check out your local comic shop if you got one. I need to go check out mine. I might go do that tomorrow if I'm feeling up to it. I mean, I'll be getting hella paid next week, so we'll be there. We'll be doing our thing. Shout out Rocket Comics and Fanfare. All those guys are great here. Local. But yeah, besides the rambling, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Superman. Need a Hawkgirl, need a Guy Gardner, need me a Mr. Terrific, even just like a comic versions of all those. I'm like, give me 6-inch, give me articulated, give me multiple options and make them look good. I'm tired of kind of McFarlane just being like the one that can give us them, but they're just not in scale with everyone else, and they just look all right. Like, okay, it's like design-wise, it's like the pure like design-wise with the McFarlane figures, like they're good, but when it comes to like proportions and kind of like, I don't know, they just don't work. It's like proportions and kind of like just like just the feel of them. It's like in quality, it's kind of all over the place, but it's just one of my preferences. Okay, I think I'll stop rambling because we do want to get this stream on the roll and have y'all not just wait for me to open up a figure and wait for a half hour or whatever, because I don't really have that many people live this week. The streams have been a little bit weird. I'll be frank about doing a live stream, especially earlier in the day. Well, even later. Because last week I didn't really have much. So it's weird. I've just been honing in on just doing my thing. So we'll see what goes on. But yeah, we're going to go over, switch our camera to the front view, and we'll look at what the figure we're looking at today, which, as you all know, is the G.I. Joe retro carded. Let's move this over. Oh, excuse me. Might need to move my camera over a bit. Hold up. Can I get everything scooted a bit? Here we are. Maybe this is what we're looking for. Yeah, the G.I. Joe retro carded Dr. Mindbender. What is this all? Oh yeah, this ain't even. Yeah, this isn't even screwed down. What am I doing? Hold up. This is all out of whack as usual. We're not. We are not a pure professional, ladies and gents, and others. do not have specified genders, but everyone's great. Everyone's beautiful. Move this camera, excuse my finger in the frame. All right. That looks a little better. That's how I want it. Okay. So yeah, here's our Dr. Mindbender. Are gonna kind of move around my lights a bit, kind of get them to where they need to be. There we go. Alrighty. Scoot in a bit. But yeah, but there's our Dr. Mindbender, looking pretty cool with your classic G.I. Joe retro style packaging. You have your G.I. Joe logo up here with your little Cobra enemy little stamp logo on top of the red, white, and blue lines there. You have your Dr. Mindbender little name text there, a nice image of of Dr. Mindbender. I don't know if this is the actual original art. It looks more newer. It looks more kind of based off of this figure and its look, but this is technically the classic design anyways. And then have your classic Hasbro logo down there with the two kids in the house. Then of course you have the full figure with its full array of accessories and parts and pieces. It's looking pretty cool. I never even knew that I would be able to even own this figure. So so it was cool to finally pick up this. Hello, Gabe. Yellow. Nice bit. How you doing, Gabe? I was talking about Shin Godzilla earlier, right? Yeah, I know. You're one of my Godzilla guys. Because I am ready to see Shin Godzilla in theaters. I can't believe that they actually did it. They're wild. But yeah, but then we have your typical 4+ and warning there. And then on the back, have your same G.I. Joe logo up there. Knowing is half the battle. And then Gabe says, Hiya Toys announced their Beast Glove Kong. I actually did see that earlier, Gabe. That one looks pretty badass. I think that they already announced it, didn't it? But Gabe says, I made a post of it. Okay, cool, Gabe. I'll definitely have to check it out. But yeah, but their Kongs have been amazing, if I'll be honest. Pretty great. Yeah, they've been killing it with those more recent Kongs. I do need to get a basic Kong, to go with my Godzilla. But even still, even that Beast Club version is so good. I love that design, even though how ridiculous it is. It just works so well. It's really fun. But yeah, but then we have our whole Dr. Mindbender kind of cut out bio thing. But Gabe says, I was going to save up before the normal one, but now I'm saving up for the Beast Glove Kong. I get that. I kind of wish that they would, have a Kong, a regular Kong that came with the Beast Glove. So you just have that separate arm instead of, a whole different figure. But then, I guess they would probably want to charge a bit more, even with all the price increases that's going on. And though they have been very consistent and still pretty, still a good price range. I still need to get another Hiya. It's been a while, but I know my local GameStop does have the Hiya, the MonsterVerse Mothra, and for a while they have had the Rodan. But yeah. Gibb says, but what if they made a 2-pack for $90? That wouldn't be too bad. Getting 2 figures, because that would be about, what's the math on that? It'd be about $45 each, if I'm correct. So that's not bad at all. For $90, I mean, I take it. Yeah, just give me just all swappable hands. Give me different little weapons that could go to each Kong and that they're interchangeable and also with different heads. It'd be pretty neat. I would love to see that. I would love to just see like a 2-pack in general. It would be like crazy of what they could do as a 2-pack. But Gabe says it would be 51 but USD for each one. Okay. Yeah, so that checks out. Yeah, that would make sense for them. I would love to see that. It's like, I'm surprised they didn't even, it's like they could have even done a like a 2-pack yeah, for the Mutos, like have the female and the male Muto, even though they did just the female just by herself, and haven't done the male, surprisingly. I guess that's just something that they're trying to get towards at some point. Yeah, yeah, whenever like they know, I guess, more about like engineering like that kind of monster, because they have done a Mothra, but I don't have her. I need to get her. I need to get Rodan. I probably want to get their King Ghidorah too. I wonder if they're going to do a Showa one. I really need to see a Showa one, because of course, yeah, SH Monstarts have revealed theirs, and it looks pretty good. But I'm like, maybe Haya could cook a little bit more. It would be nice. But Gabe says they could have done a 2-pack for Evolved Godzilla and Shimo, yeah, for 110. I mean, they could have. I don't really think. Yeah, I don't really think of them as like as a pair, personally. Personally, it's like I probably would have even liked to seen as like if they did do 2-packs, have a Evolved Godzilla, yeah, with the Beast Glove Kong, like have like that final battle look, and then you could do Scar King and Shimo as that other 2-pack. Have your one big one, yeah, if like yeah, if you're a skinnier guy, kind of have your good guys and bad guys technically paired up. So that would be nice if they would do that. But you know, doing your individual figures, that's what's been working for them, and that's what they've been doing. I don't think they've really done any 2-packs, really, like in any of their lines anyway. So it seems like that they're just one release. It's like as soon as we get it done, we're done. And Gabe says, or Scar King with Shimo for about 100. Not bad. Or 110. True. So, you know, always ideas, always possibilities, especially when it comes to a bunch of like these Godzilla figures. I mean, I'm trying to remember what exactly that they revealed at Comic-Con. Yeah, because I know we talked about it, but it feels like it's been so long since Comic-Con now. Like everything is kind of gone by quick, but it's kind of like it was kind of more recent, but it's kind of feels like it's far away now, because it's like this whole month has just flown by. It's been crazy, at least for me personally. And then with them, oh yeah, and then with them also revealing the Maximum series Deadpool. That was insane from Hasbro. I knew that they were gonna do a Deadpool because because they had Dupe there at the like on the floor, and I saw other people being like, yeah, this is probably a reference, yeah, to the first Deadpool figure, yeah, all the way back, yeah, like when Marvel Legends did their first one ever. So it makes sense that yeah, that it was going to be a Maximum as well, because it was in front of like the Maximum display there at SDCC. So you know, something to look forward to. Another great figure. I need to even get into the Maximum series line because I don't have a single one. I need to get their Spider-Man. Not really up on the Hulk. I don't really need him. He's not really that appealing to me. Maybe at a very discounted price, maybe I'd be willing to try it out. He looks fun. He looks fine, but overall, it's just not what I need. It's just not needed in the collection. I have the 20th anniversary of the Marvel Legends Hulk, so I'm good with that. That's kind of like my Hulk, yeah, for right now. He looks great. He looks awesome. But yeah. But Gabe says, what if they do a 2026 SDCC exclusive, like a supercharged Evolved Godzilla and Kong with Frostbite Beast Glove? That would be pretty neat. Having like that supercharged Godzilla. Yeah, it would be really cool. And then the Kong with Frostbite. Man, I need to rewatch this movie. It's like I haven't like seen like a glimpse of it like ever since ever since like I watched it like in the theater. And even then it was like a fever dream. I was like, huh, what's happening? It's like it was like, yeah, like it was like so much and so much like crazy stuff happening. But that would be cool. It's like a final battle set. Yeah, I get that. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I need to watch that whole thing again. I'm like, so, yeah, I'm like, did he get frostbitten? Oh yeah, because that is, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like, because that's how he gets the beast glove. Because he gets frostbitten, correct? That feels right. All right. Anyways, a lot of toy stuff. But here's the little classified thing for Dr. Mindbender. We're not going to read the whole thing. His role as master of mind control. He's just an orthodontist. Tinkering, he underwent a complete personality change and became hateful, deceitful, and vain. His personal mission is now to bring the miracle of thought control to everyone. That's crazy. And then you see that little image of Dr. Mindbender with the little Cobra logo, knowing what side he's on. Gabe says, or what if they do a 4-pack or a 2-pack of Mothra and Suko? That would be neat, having like smaller monsters. As that would be neat. It's like, but doing like a 4-pack of like for a Comic-Con exclusive would be probably the way to go. If anything, if they want to go big or go home, do all 4 of the figures in that final battle, or could do a whole like a Showa thing, could do a Heisei thing, could show off, a Biolante with like all 3 of like her different forms or whatever she had. You have like the rose, and then where she's like growing, and then like full complete form would be a neat kind of thing. Yeah, for High to do to kind of stick out if they really want to do something big next year. Because I don't know, did they really do anything like that this year for Comic-Con? I don't know if they're really, doing that thing. I might want to, hold on, we're going to change it up in a minute. I'm going to do my purple light, just to have something different. Because I've been just doing just the regular light back here, but having this purple light isn't too bad, honestly. Kind of want to get it more down in here. Unless I just got to turn down my lights even more, because I don't want it in frame, but I don't want it. Well, it's kind of there. I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. Have they even like done any Comic-Con stuff, Gabe? I don't know if they've even like really revealed that they've done things for that. I'm going to turn off my light back here. How does that look? Looks okay. That's fine. Just need a better shelf at some point. Gabe says, yeah, that they only showed figures at SDCC. Okay. That makes sense for them. I didn't think that they would probably do an exclusive just yet. I don't know if that's really like their thing. Frankly, I don't know if that's something that they really would get into as a company, but it wouldn't be bad to have a little extra thing. But then we have the rest of the wave here. Yeah, that's in this, I think, our 3rd or like 4th, maybe even like 5th retro carded our G.I. Joe wave. So we got the Dr. Mindbender, we got Rock and Roll, and we got the Cobra Viper. I do not have a Rock and Roll because I got the classified. I'm happy with that. Of course, I got this Dr. Mindbender now. And yeah, then of course, last month we did the Cobra Viper by himself. So yeah, we got our 2 villains mainly that we wanted for the shove. Have all your G.I. Joe warnings there. Have your barcode. And I did, and I did get this from GameStop. Did not pay that price. Even paid less than that. That's crazy that they are putting that down. It was only like 23 bucks, I think. So crazy. Because I got my 5% member thing too. So probably, oh wait, no, it takes out $5. So yeah, so it probably was that, but take it off. Because with taxes and stuff. So it adds like a couple bucks. So pretty nice. Pretty cool. Gabe said their news, so I think they would do it around the time of Godzilla X Kong Supernova. That would make sense. So, okay, so then that makes me think, what kind of like special kind of like different monster. Like I guess depending on what it is with that new Godzilla movie, yeah, with Supernova, could they do a space Godzilla? So Haya could do like an exclusive version of him at some point, so that would be neat. I don't know. Could do like a color variant that comes with like, maybe it's like something that we see in the movie if he makes like a giant, like a base of some kind, like a crystal base, so have like something like that. Or I'm trying to think, because I don't know what we're gonna get in Supernova. I really hope we get more of like the classic Toho monsters. It's like, especially at this point, I'm like, y'all need to spend the money to make the money. Because yeah, it's cool seeing all like these more different kind of kaiju in the universe. But it's like, I need more classic ones. Let's see Rodan. Let's see Mothra again. King Ghidorah, yeah, I'm okay on. I was hoping that they were gonna go the Mecha King Ghidorah route, but then they did just the Mecha Godzilla thing, and it's like I feel like they could have gone on with that if they wanted to try, but nah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's always something crazy. But Gabe says they can make a Space Godzilla and then do a SDCC battle damage one for the release of Supernova. That would be all right. Doing a battle damage one would probably be good if that happens. I don't know what's happening in the Supernova film. Anyways, got to do research on that. Because, you know, yeah, they haven't really announced everything. Yeah, of course they did a teaser, but you know, it's like, but with them releasing, yeah, but Shin Godzilla, I'm like, police. But then Gabe says, and it comes with, yeah, Godzilla, yeah, Godzilla Jr. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're talking about, like, the actual, like, the Heisei. Oh, bro. Give me that. Give me it. Yeah, yeah, because I do have the figure arts, yeah, the little Godzilla, yeah, which is from that film, where he's all, like, green and stuff, because I got him, yeah, yeah, with my Bio Goji, yeah, that's from NECA. But then the only Space Godzilla I have is the old, what is it? The Bandai Creations Space Godzilla. Okay for the time, but I need a new one. I need an articulated one that looks more movie accurate, unless I, yeah, unless at the figure arts. And Gabe says they should hire me. Me too, Gabe. I would like it if I would be hired by those guys. There's so much potential. I'm especially like, okay, it's like I'm a big proponent about like doing more Showa stuff. I'm like, give me a Showa Rodan and Mothra. Give me the Ghidorah. Give me an Anguirus. I know, yeah, I know that the Monster Arts are doing all that. But like, let's get a Jet Jaguar from you guys. Let's get a King Caesar. Bro, they could kill it with a King Caesar. You kidding me? Give us an accurate, like a Godzilla versus Kong, King Kong. Give me that ridiculous look. I'm trying to think of what else they could do, because of course they're doing GMK, which looks very good. Need that at some point. Gabe saying Goji, but 1955, yeah, of course the original. And Anguirus 1955, 2-pack would be awesome. That would be nice. Oh yeah, and then they could also do just the first Godzilla. Just do the first ever one. They could improve on what NECA perfected at the time. But yeah, but I'm like, it's like, especially, it's like, I think it's like, if we're talking kind of like Showa Godzilla, personally, I do want to see, yeah, like the one specifically, yeah, from Mecha Godzilla, or or from Godzilla versus Megalon. I want those specific costumes. Give us a Megalon. Oh my god, we need a Megalon. It would be pretty easy, I would think so. And then Gabe says, and then I'll just do a Goji 1954. Definitely gotta do an original Godzilla. Gotta do it. You need to do it. You need to do it. I need them. Okay, I kind of want to see what they would do with a Shin Godzilla. Especially like now, it's like, but with the movie being out in theaters, why would you not want to do a Shin Godzilla at this point? Like, advertise the movie, make your money, because it'll be in the minds of the people as of right now. So it's crazy that, that no one has really put out like much like Shin Godzilla stuff. I'm like, nothing? We ain't gonna get an update. We're not gonna get nothing. Even the figure art, it's like, bruh. It's like, okay, they did just recently like announce that other recolor. That's kind of like, why? You don't need this. It's just a weird color variant, but it looks fine. It's better than their first one that they ever did, and it looks better than all of like the NECA ones. But I do have one of the NECA ones, but that's the one with his beam effect, and that one's all right. But it's just time. It's time to get a good Shin Godzilla figure. Please, Haya, you can do it. I believe in you. I hope so. But then they also are doing the Millennium Godzilla, Godzilla 2000, as we call it here. Who else are they doing? I think they are also doing a Bio Goji. I think they've already announced that, or that's already out. Yeah, I think that's out already because they did like a redo of the face or the eyes because there was like something like a little defect, and they actually had like a quick like a turnaround of being like, hey, here's fixes right away. It would be cool. Oh, other monsters, specifically, from the Showa, could do a Kamacuras, could do a Kumanga, could do, who is it? You got Baragon, Varan. You got so many monsters. Please. It's all I'm begging for. I'm just begging for more monsters, different looks. Give us some Final Wars if you want to. I don't care. I do need that Monster Zero that goes with the Monster Arts Final Wars Godzilla, because that one actually looks pretty good. Good. A Titanosaurus. Oh, Gabe, don't even get me started on Titanosaurus. Titanosaurus is like top tier Oshowa. He's so freaking cool. It's like, but one of my friends is like, he's like so obsessed with him. Anyways, yeah, so I'd be excited for him. But they need to do it. How have we not gotten an official Titanosaurus yet? I know that there is a customizer out there who did who has been or has made like a Titanosaurus figure, like all like 3D printed and made and actually works, and it's all painted and it looks pretty good. He's also done like a bunch of other monsters too, so I need to check him out. I need to get one of them. I might just go buy that Titanosaurus if it's still there, fully done up. It might take forever, but it'll be here. I need to also get me, okay, also, Showa, like a Mecha Godzilla would be fire. We need that. We need a brand new one. Top to bottom, looking spiffy. I need me a Mecha Godzilla. A brand new classic one, so. But yeah, because the one I have right now is the Bandai Creations one, so. That one is like, it's like, it looks great. It just stands there, though. It's like you can't really do much with it. So, but yeah, okay. We're going to stop rambling because we're already 40 minutes in. We're going to open up this G.I. Joe. Dr. Mindbender. Hope y'all enjoy the purple lighting. Yeah, the new kind of setup. I know my lights are kind of doing their thing, but we're going to get this down here. For our camera, we're going to grab our little blade to help us. Here's our trusty X-Acto blade. If my camera wants to Focus. There we go. Exacto. Blade. So we will first cut off the tape on this little tab right here on the back just to make sure that everything is totally able to move. Most it can. I do kind of want to be careful, because I don't really want to damage the box either, like I already have just now, but that's not too bad. And then we will kind of cut down from the bottom here, kind of on the side. So we're not really too concerned about the bubble. More concerned about the packaging. Like I just made that little nick there, so gotta be more careful. Also trying to apply enough force to make this thing work, because I do like to keep these little art pieces on the back. It's art to me. I like physical media like this. Even if it's a figure, I need some cool art to go with it. But Gabe says, Hiya, we prioritize quality and accuracy. Playmates. Yeah, we make toys, yeah, that are fun for kids and collectors. SH Figure Arts, we want money. Honestly. Yeah, with the prices now, it's like, bro, that's the only excuse. Yeah, that's like your only excuse. Like, why? You're not bringing the quality. You're not bringing very much of the accuracy, especially to like the more modern films. Let's be honest. I think I think that's kind of the problem. They can't really do those modern ones justice. They just don't look good. Yeah, they look decent before, but it's nothing really to write home about. I need to get this out of my hands. This is not safe. Do not carry knives. Opening up your G.I. Joes, but there's our typical Hasbro paper. Gone, as always. Lame. A warning? Give me more paper to kill? Says the $1 Million Company? Yeah. Yeah, we'll put another warning. Look at what I'm doing. I'm more of a threat to myself in this toy. Oh. There we go. There's our stand. And there's our packaging. Pretty clean. Pretty nifty. Pretty nice. Sorry if that was loud. But there it is. Our clean packaging. Now it gets to go over here on the floor. Not really. We actually do have a stand over there, but well, it's just a floor. All right, I'm not gonna BS y'all. Okay, I just throw stuff on the floor because that's where it fits. But there's our Dr. Mindbender. There's his stand first of all, with the 2 peg holes, and has the Cobra logo. Has like a rounded kind of edge to it. I think that this is based off of the actual like original toy stands that they did come with, so pretty neat. And nice to add there. And then here's the doctor himself with his little, of all his weapons and accessories and stuff. Oh, even has a one back there. Interesting. Looking all classic. Looking all cool. He works pretty well with my shiny little purple light that's up there. Hopefully that looks pretty decent. But yeah, we're going to get him kind of unpacked up. I guess we'll lay him down yet again. We'll come up a little bit more. Come down a bit more. There he is. So we'll first I guess we'll just go through all of our accessories as we're coming down to here. So it's going to be bam, bam, figure, that's it, stand, all that things. I do wish, because I don't think I saw it, but they did not give like an actual name to his weapons that he has here, but here's his first one. Just kind of like a ray gun type thing. Sorry if this is not focusing. I can't really tell if it is. Not really. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty nice design here. It has a little Okay. Has a little, yeah, like a canister there. Has these little ring, yeah, kind of rivet pieces on the actual barrel of the gun. Has another ring up there. Has like a hose attachment there to the front of the gun. There, yeah, with a hole in there, and has a more simplified kind of stock here with the butt of the gun kind of elongated and has a little point there, and then has your kind of like your typical kind of handling trigger thing there. Gabe says, now since I'm going to save for Beast Kingdom comms, I'm going to hope that, that I get the normal one for Christmas. That would be really cool. That would be neat. Yeah, I definitely got to put a high on my list now. I guess I got to start to think about that. A Christmas list. In August? Ugh. I guess it is almost there. September, October, November, December. Jesus. All right. We're nearly there at the end. But here's another little weird kind of hose. I guess they're supposed to be like hoses. That's my thought. Is that, that he's shooting out like goo or something. Like weird science goo. Or at least like, or this one is like giving me those vibes. I don't know what it is in the actual story of G.I. Joe, but it's a pretty nice little design there. Same kind of details that's happening here on the other gun, but just more simplified, has smaller rings, has just the more tubular kind of hose look there. It's just all one solid piece, so pretty nice. And then, oh yeah, I also have to get this piece out. We'll do him after this one. Oh. Okay. So our next accessory is this little, I think this little canister thing for whatever he's shooting at people. I feel like, did this twist at all? I feel like did this open or something. I don't think so. It's a pretty solid piece. But yeah, it's just an all black little, kind of like this tubular, again, yeah, another tube-like thing with little lines in them or kind of like indentations, but has its own little stand going on there. Can this? There. I guess that's okay. Sorry if it's out of focus. Yeah, this new phone camera isn't the greatest, but I think quality-wise, I think it's better. Oh, but Gabe says, my friend might quit YouTube. That sucks. I mean, it's hard to make content. I mean, I do it on the weekly. It's kind of hard to stay going on. But I would say it's like, unless it's like unless you're like just hard stopping, like just making content, or if you just don't enjoy it anymore, I would always recommend just kind of like not saying that you're quitting, kind of like I did. I just kept on going. I've had different eras. Yeah, this channel has evolved, and it will continue to have hopefully more other content besides just toy stuff, because I know that y'all like some of the bits. So hopefully we can bring back some old characters, especially Godzilla themed, because it's all about Godzilla mainly on this channel, especially with the old videos. We need to do a Godzilla review too. That will be our first for this channel. But look at this little pistol thing. Pretty neat. Kind of like the same kind of vibes going on here. More tech. Kind of feels more of like a laser drill, if that makes any sense. Has a little tube vial thing. I assume that's kind of like a thing that he can like interchange to kind of like put in more of like his science stuff. Whatever it is. I don't know what it is. It's all about mind control, I guess. And then he has a more just a regular kind of sciencey looking pistol. This one probably just actually shoots bullets or lasers, but it's pretty neat. Nice little detail that's going on there. It really annoys me that I can't get any closer, or that it won't focus that much because of it. Just focus. This shit is crazy. Hold on. Okay. Bro. Trying to get this thing to focus. Okay. But there it is. There's our little pistol. All right. Of course, we got the stand over there. So we're going to get his little extra little accessory out. I think it's just a little two-piece. But that does require our use of X-Acto. So we just got 2 pieces of tape. Carefully cut. There we go. There she is. Doesn't actually have a cover. It's just actual. Yeah, it's just the actual tape that's covering the piece from falling out. That is securing it. Here, there we go. There's our plastic. That was not a very good throw, but it went away. Here's our 2-piece. Has 2 little ports there. Kind of simple, and it's not a flexible, it's just a really kind of bendable plastic. So, well, it's not bendable, but it's like, it's like, but you can still move it around and mess with it, so it just won't be stationary. So it is bendable, but just not wired, I guess I would say. Not articulated technically. So, nice little piece. Kind of completes our whole little set we got going on here. Why is this not focus? I would enjoy it if you would focus. And then there's our Dr. Mindbender. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Taking a face tumble. I don't think you had that on you before. But we'll solve it. But there he is. He does have one little zip tie that's holding him at his abs. That is, I guess, his strongest part. Because I don't see any other ties on here, I believe. So this is just our one and done zip tie. Where is this at? There it is. Oh, okay. How do I get a good angle? You can see. There we go. There we go. Clean-ish extraction to get our thing off. It did not damage the figure. Alrighty, we'll put that over there. Is it the same? Hold up. Ooh. So we already noticed something interesting with this figure, but we shall see. Let's get him out. The packaging 1 foot at a time. Comes in kicking. There's his plastic. Y'all could hear my stomach was rumbling. Well, look at this dude. Look at Mr. Dr. Mindbender. Weird little dude. I feel like this has to be kind of taller. No, it's more kind of flat. Kind of more like that. Of what I'm going based off of the picture given. Yeah. It's more of like a hood thing. It's more of like a flat hood kind of look to it. I know they stored it where it was kind of like up and like behind him, like behind his head directly. Sorry, my stomach. Yeah, my stomach is rumbling right now. And I'm trying to get this one piece off of his face. I can't quite get it. He has one little spot right there on his face where I think he fell onto the table here, where he just has spots like that all over. I don't know. I can't tell if that's supposed to be a mole now, because then there's a spot here and a mole looking spot here on the chin, if you can see that. So yeah, so there he is. I do actually really, really, really like this head sculpt. I love, like, the mustache is painted very well. The eyes are done actually really, really well in that new printed style. I believe it is printed. Yeah, it's all printed, but you can't even like tell. It looks perfect. And then have like the eyebrows, and then with a little like the monocle with the crack in it. And there is another eye there, and this is kind of not really that movable. Kind of want to maybe tuck it a little bit more at the eye. But he still looks pretty cool. Yeah, because then they had this cloak thing. But I think it's supposed to be more just flat. Sitting flat like that. I think that's how it's supposed to be. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. But I do like the whole extravagant kind of thing that's going on here, having the hood kind of up in the back, but it's very Joe-like, but it's not for what I'm thinking. But yeah, but I do actually like the proportions, nice, but musculature. He does have like super like tense muscle, like they look super tight. It's like, okay, is this guy taking, is he taking something to help him with this? Because it don't look too natural. But then you have the ab kind of detail there, and of course he doesn't. Yeah, and of course, as we can see, he has no shirt, and also no hair. Very nice bald head there. It just works with the sculpt and nice wrinkles and everything there on the face. Then here on the body, your arms have your regular, like your muscular detail with the shoulder, have the bicep, and then that has a little purple bandage strap around, and that's on both sides. And then on both of the arms, on the wrists, have this kind of like this armor plated, kind of looking all purple and silver, looking very nice, pretty clean. And then has the black gloved hands that are they kind of basic? They do have a little bit of like sculpting detail on there. You can see they have a little bit of thing going on there. But then, of course, on the actual torso, you have this giant, like this weird wired up thing here, which does have a whole back plate there. So that's all connected to the belt. Oh, and then also with the cape, he does have a Cobra logo in that silver. So that's very cool. Very nice. But yeah, but then that all like that silver color continues here to this little weird techno strap piece. Yeah, that has a belt, and then has a belt that goes around there, and then has a little studded part that goes to the pistol with the buckle. Gabe. I don't know what that is. But then with the pants, have that purple, same color there, kind of more generic, kind of like Joe pants. Yeah, with all like that texture and everything. My thing was all a little stuck there. That feels stuck. That feels all right. It's a little stuck. And that this one does not want to. There we go. Kind of break it in a bit. Seems like literally kind of sticks out now. There you go. Yeah, but then continuing down to the boots, though. Very nice. Nice, sleek boots. Have the high kind of knee pads there that, they're attached. But very nice boots, and I do like the buckles used there. So really, really nice. A little bit different, but that's the whole point. To get it looking as good as they can, and as close, I guess, to the original material as they can. Trying to get this in frame, please. But yeah, so very, very cool. So there's all him and his stuff. Kind of just want to get him to stand in there for a moment as I kind of see what accessories. Well, we actually do have to go over articulation, don't we? Because tilt this up a little bit more. Because with the Hasbro, the G.I. Joe wave, they're kind of best at it. So where I think they have a ball at the top of the head, because they can only really go up about that far, come down without the neck, about that far. Can of course look side to side, does have a bit of tilt there. The head, so very nice, and also still can do full 360 rotation. But then at the neck, that gives you, most of your range there. So that goes down about that far, looks up about that far, and full side to side all around there. And of course at the neck, you can kind of rotate it, but it's not, I don't think the neck is really meant to rotate that much, only a bit to like there and to there. So you can look out about that much each side. So very nice, very cool little detail to have there. But then at the torso, do have a you do have a bicep crunch there, or kind of cut there. Goes about that far. And I don't mind these torsos. I know that people are kind of getting on this now, especially, when it comes to the Joes, and specifically, when they've been using them, Marvel Legends. I know a lot of people want them to get away from this, but I don't mind that ab crunch as long as it looks decent, and which I think it does. I think it looks fine. But Gabe says, Rich Sands Customs Toys is making an articulated, Titanosaurus, and looks so good. Maybe that's the one I was thinking about, because that looks like it. Yeah, because that's, because that sounds like the guy, that I saw. So I don't know. I'll have to see. Is this wired? No, this is just sitting here. That's why it's not really going where I want it to. But then continuing with the torso at the waist, do have a ball there. It is a little tight, so you're kind of, I think you'll probably have to heat up this figure, if I'll be honest. Yeah, with a lot of y'all, because he is kind of limited at the moment. But then at the arms there, he does have a butterfly joint there, so he goes forward about that far, goes back about that far, not too bad. Of course, the shoulder itself goes up that far, rotates all the way around. Even with this cloak piece on, you can get it to kind of fix up in there again. Kind of feel like they had it like inserted a certain way. That's interesting. And then at the bicep, you can kind of rotate at the top there, and then you have your double jointed pinless elbows. Smooth as butter. And then at the hands, have in and out joints, hinges, go right there, and then rotation there. And on the right hand, you do have a up and down hinge there and a rotation. So very nice. And then at the legs, kick out about that far, a little bit of a Y shape because of the kind of like the crotch metal piece design there. So that's kind of a little bit bigger there. Kind of kicks out about that far. Kicks back, not a whole ton, but pretty good. Kicks out to the side, doing the split thing. He can kind of do it with this. That doesn't really hinder it, so that's nice. Even though they are, they are also drop down joints there. So you can drop it and then kick it more forward, kick it more back, and then kick it a little bit more out. Kind of not all the way, but pretty good. And then, of course, you have a upper thigh cut. This one is a little bit stuck there. But then we have our double jointed knee, which is also pinless. There we go. And then here's your boot swivel. That's pretty prominently hidden in here. So very, very nice. You don't really notice it at all. You just got to get this guy positioned up correctly. All his legs and everything. All right. And then at the actual shoe, the foot, kick forward, that far, kick back, that far, and then have that ankle rocker pivot. Beautiful. So good. So nice. Moves pretty well. I can see what they're doing there, where they're kind of having it pinch up there, so kind of want you to keep it there, and then, like, yeah, be like, don't move it too much. What are you, crazy? You gotta let it just sit there. You can't let this thing go for it, but, but we're gonna have our fun with this. First, what do we want to do? Think okay, let's see. Okay, so he does have some port. Yeah, he does have a port on the back of his belt there that also goes into his torso. So I assume his little canister piece goes in there. Maybe even a little rotated, I guess. Could do. Let me check my reference material. It looks like it is. Looks like it's just fully up on the image. Does he have a piece? Because that goes around. Maybe that goes like behind him, so you don't see it there. I guess that would make sense because he's holding it in his right hand. Oh yeah, and then also, of course, the actual regular pistol goes into the holster there, where it will probably stay for the rest of its life, because why would we use just a pistol with this wacky dude? Then there's your other pistol, which I don't think you can really store anywhere else, so that's just extra, but we're going to use his weird gun, and we're going to get our tube, which I believe is supposed to connect to the top of this. And then also attached to this. And maybe you didn't see that, but that attaches to the canister there, and then this hose attaches to that gun there, so you can bring it around. Kind of bend it if you can. Mainly you gotta, I guess, try to get it. And also you should probably make sure to not put it over the cape. You want to put it under the cape core so it doesn't really hinder that at all. And, you know, not too hard to get into his hand. Maybe a little bit of a struggle with that hose there. Maybe we'll put his gun on there first, and then we'll put the hose in, so he can be all kind of prepared for it. It is a long hose. I kind of wish that we had a smaller one, but if it's accurate, it's accurate. It's always something, I guess, with Joe's. It's always kind of more difficult to get them to work, because he did have a lot of options and a lot of pieces, even back in the day for that time. But there he is with his blaster. Doing pretty good, and has that hose that's running through there. I guess you could do him also with the other little pistol, because that would make more sense, I guess, instead of having the other hose piece, because that would just be a different one, I would assume. Kind of wish he came with maybe with like a different hand of some sorts, because it would be nice to have maybe another hand to kind of like express himself a bit more, because I think that would look pretty good. But there he is in all his mind-bending glory. Actually looking pretty sick, if I'll be honest. I absolutely love this. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. So cool. So awesome. There we go. See? Yeah, that's not too bad. I don't think that's a bad look for our Dr. Mindbender. Maybe even just like that. Kind of even want to get him in that more like that crouching pose. I'll take him off for now. Okay. Here, I'm gonna get this guy in I guess a more appropriate pose. A little bit more dynamic, at least. Showing off that articulation, even if it's still kind of basic. There he is there. Cops are coming. They hear Dr. Mindbender. Look at that guy. Cave's actually not too bad. It's an interesting little thing, but well, nothing too shabby. Nothing bad at all. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty good. Bro. Focus. So we gotta do that. Okay. But there he is. Not too bad. Not looking bad at all. Focus. But pretty good. Pretty nice. See if we can get him on a stand like this. Probably not. Yeah. So we might just keep them like this if y'all think it looks pretty good, because I do like it. But I want to, be more accurate with size, so just for now, bring them. And also want to be careful not to do this too much, because they do have some kind of points there that do kind of pinch a bit more, so we do want to be kind of a little bit careful. But still looks great in neutral position. Well, canister is coming off. So I guess that's something to look out to. Might just put that back there, just to give the illusion that it's going on back there. But there it is. Still looking pretty good. Still looking cool. Get him a little bit more head tilty. A little more like, But Gabe says, bye, Justin. I'll see you next stream. See you, Gabe. Thank you for hanging around. Hope you have been enjoying the unboxing. Nice chatting with you about Godzilla stuff. As always, bro. But there he is. Oh. Make sure his feet are actually on there. The stand is eluding me. But there he is. Dr. Mindbender. Well, we'll get him a little bit more out here. So there we go. There is our Dr. Mindbender holding all but one of his accessories. Oh, pretty good. A pretty neat little guy. Very funny, in my opinion. He's kind of ridiculous, but, I think G.I. Joe was also a bit of that as well. I mean, you look at some of, their characters. Of course, they're more army-based or more combat-based, I guess. But especially when you get on the Cobra side, there is more of a kind of thing about there being robots and kind of zombified things that he probably worked on. So he's creator of all these weird gadgets and weird experiments or something. Even though you have Destro, it's who does give the arms, so he has the bombs and the guns and all that stuff. But Mr. Mindbender has all the weirder stuff, and then the Joes have to use to defeat that weirder stuff, I guess. I don't know how he's connected exactly to the Joes. Of course, of course he works for Cobra. But what's the whole lore? Give me the lore. I need to research this character, because I didn't really. I was pictures. What's going on? He looks pretty cool. All right, I'll do him as a live stream. And then that was it. So yeah, pretty neat, pretty cool. But yeah, I think we'll just get right into our comparisons now. Cool little figure. Do wish maybe would have had a little a effect attachment to go onto these hoses. Yeah, to go on. Well, I guess it would be a hose. technically. Well, I keep calling the thing. I would call it more like a gun or something. Whatever. It's just a weird gun. But yeah. But have like a little attachment there because they do have those holes for attachments, so would have been nice to have that, to have a little effect to go with him, just to have that little extra weirdness being kind of like, I know it looks like this. It's like a weird goo or whatever. Like experimenting on himself while tinkering with electric brainwave stimulation as a means of relieving dental pain. That is. So he's using electric waves? He's got a wave gun? Is that what this is? Bro plays Bro plays dubstep? He just shoots dubstep and that's how he defeats G.I. Joe. That's his shtick. I mean, he looks cool. So he's shooting brainwaves, I guess. So it's like, okay, he doesn't have a thing, but you could have done something. Something in the cartoon, maybe. Based on that, or based on comics, whatever it is. Why do I think of like goo? Because it looks like a hose, I guess. It looks like a firefighter would use this. So I'm like, well, it wouldn't be water. It'll be like some kind of goo. Purple goo. Purple mind goo or whatever. I don't know. It's ridiculous. But okay. Cool figure overall. Kind of wish the soft goods were a little bit better, but, you know, you can't really expect that much. Yeah, when it comes to the Hasbro ones, because like you don't really do wired stuff. But the cloth is good. Like, it's a good texture. Could definitely like just use a wire. I mean, you can probably put one in here if you wanted to. I think it's possible. But, you know, but I love the logo. Wish the hood was a little bit more kind of like apparent. I guess I'll have to look at like reference images because of how they pack it. It's like up, but then on the actual, the images, it's more actually down, like an actual hood like that. But I don't know what I prefer. Kind of have to just see what's going on, but it's just not doing exactly what I wanted to do, but it's doing something. It looks all right. You can move this out there just to give a little bit more bite. And get that a little bit more out here. Okay, well, we do want to get our hose back up there. Okay. Thing. You gotta work. There we go. That is a bit better. And then with the hose, it kind of shapes it like that, so it kind of works out. But I do actually like that. I think that works pretty well. A little bit more, maybe right there in the middle section. Oh, that looks pretty all right. Maybe. I'll just have to... You just always got to work with it. But it's nice. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good. But it's pretty good. Like it. It's neat. You just got to keep working on it. I just got to get it going. All right. So first comparison. Of course. Do we want to do... Okay. Do we want to go heroes or villains? This is always the conundrum I come up in these streams. I'm like, well, do I do the good guys first? Because, you know, it's the good guys. You kind of get them done and out of the way, and then you get to the bad guys to look at the bad guys, to be like the crew. I guess I would kind of do that, because that's how I kind of like how doing it. But before I've done like, we're like, okay, here's Cobra, here's G.I. Joe, but I'll do here's G.I. Joe, and then here's Cobra. Is that how I did it last time? I can't remember what I did. I'll just get out. Okay, we'll get out the Joes, because they're first up. Need to adjust, as always, because there's not every Joe is perfect, in my opinion, but they're close to it, and I like them. And they're just kind of like what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking about G.I. Joes. But especially like just with the retro line, like they've done pretty well. So you got the retro carded Duke and the retro carded Scarlet. It's kind of difficult to stand. I do have their stands, but I don't display them with them because I don't have the real estate. There they are, kind of all doing the same thing, holding up their gun. That was mainly like for the picture, to be honest. Just to have something different, but she usually does have her arrow kind of thing, but we will change her up just to give her a more unique look with her. Scarlet. I probably should have more of her accessories on her, but I just kind of wanted her more kind of like uniform and simplified. But she probably could use her extra like bag accessory or kind of like stuff she's had. Even though like I do find it kind of in the way, but it might just help fulfill the whole design again for me. Cause it's been a while. Because I don't really I don't really mess with this Scarlet figure, but I always want to just like enjoy it because it looks great, and I'm also just always having to fix it because the bow staff thing keeps always breaking, so she doesn't really stay in her pose that well, but she looks great overall. If I get her more... Sorry, I gotta mess with this more. I want her looking really cool. All right. That's probably what I'm looking for. There we go. There we go. Try to get him. We'll get her, excuse me. There she goes. She is a little teeter-tottery. Her feet are kind of small. Don't really support a lot of her weight. And she has like weird actual like cleat feet. So they're a little bit a bit uneven. They're kind of weird. You gotta get kind of used to them. But like, it's a whole process with these ankles. She like just always wants to fall over or fall forward. It's always, yeah, she just needs her stand, to be honest. But she looks good. And then Duke's there. Duke is just your dude. He's just the guy. He's just the Joe guy. But he looks pretty good. I always like this Duke. Scarlet. And Duke. Well, they're gonna They are going to kind of try to keep everything. We're going to have Mindbender, we're going to have Scarlet and Duke here in the back. See if we can keep this thing focusing on Dr. Mindbender. Because next, for kind of, I guess, a more unique comparison, well, and also still in the Joe's territory, we do have Snake Eyes. So, of course, I think as Scarlet's kind of like best friend, or kind of like, or like these two have always been like kind of like working together for a while. At least just for a while. And then, of course, the Snake Eyes. Ooh, trying to get this fuzz piece. Is that just on my phone? Yes, that's on my phone. Excuse me. And then we have Timber. Good old Timber. And this is just the first one that they released with the Commando Snake Eyes, who I have on the shelf still, because this is my main display. Snake Eyes. My other one is just used as more of like a generic kind of guy, but he's still Commando Snake Eyes, so he's cool. Yeah, and then love the Timber. Need to get another one. Need to see if there's like another one, because I know there's like a white one and another one, I think. I don't think that there's like a brown one. Might be like another gray one. I think there is, because there's a polar bear now. And you have like other animals and stuff like crocodiles and alligators. I think it's Crocmaster. Yeah, I need to get him still. Just a bunch of stuff. There's Snake Eyes and I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. Look at that. All that just falls apart. Sister. As I always say, brother. What? In this case, it's sister. Bro. Come on. This figure is... Oh. You look great, but you just don't stay together. Well, why do you forsaken me for wanting to enjoy you as a figure? Like, look at that. Like, you look so good, but you can't stand that way. You have to, like, stand like this. You just have to lean on Duke the whole time. Lean back. Lean back. Duke, you just gotta hold her. You gotta do the heavy lifting, my friend. Snake Eyes is there too. Snake Eyes. Looking so cool, but messing everything up. Yet again. Duke. Just look like Duke. Duke is Duke. Gonna get this in here. Try to do it on camera, which is very difficult. I'm just gonna put it back here again. Definitely just gotta put these guys on stands whenever I get them out again. Especially the Scarlet. Like, she needs real estate. She needs the help. There's one little touch from Snake Eyes. One little wrong move and everything just goes to crap. We'll get him a little more posed up. His legs are kind of a bit floppy. You put like some shock oil in that or something. No, so we'll just get him. Like just looking to the side. Scarlet and Duke. We're here. Excuse me. Sir, you are supposed to be standing there. And not with your legs so far out. And then we will put Timber in front of you. His head turned a bit. There we go. And then our next comparison, we will move in my camera just a bit. Excuse me, light. I need to physically move around you. Well, actually, no, light. Why did I say mic? Hold on. Readjusting. Okay, we're going to move this out of the way. Next comparison have us with Gung Ho, another big muscular bald guy with a mustache. But this is also part of the retro, and they actually look pretty great together. A nice little different pair of the same kind of basic elements of these guys, but you know, different costumes and different mindsets and different kind of things going on. And then also talk about mustachioed, balding, and or bald men. We of course have the G.I. Joe classified Sergeant Slaughter, who looks amazing. He towers over everyone. He is massive. He kind of actually goes perfectly with the Mattel WWE figures, like the more classic ones, because that's where he is on my shelf currently. But you know, had to get him out for this. Had to get him. Looking so good. Love this Sergeant Slaughter so much. He's been on that pose for like his entire life. He looks so good. He's so fucking buff, bro. He's so buff. Like, see here? He's a giant compared to all these guys. Is this canon height for freaking Sergeant Slaughter, or is he just contractually supposed to be that freaking huge? He's the same height as Gung Ho in the back. What the heck, dude? Oh, God. Oh, Scarlet. Just wanted to bring you forward. Is that gone? No, that's just right here. Hasn't damaged nothing. Scarlet, you might just be out of the picture until the very end. I apologize. I do not want to mess with you anymore. You are not making it fun. Okay. There's Mindbender. There is Spirit. More of the, I would say, more gimmick type characters. Not to be, you know, assumptuous, but, you know, yeah, American, a Native American sniper dude who has like the blue and the khaki, and then has, you know, the bald eagle. I mean, we know what it is. Has the little axe thing logo there, the native axe kind of design there, the tomahawk, I guess. In some case, I think it is a tomahawk, right? I can't remember, but he looks good. I love this figure. This figure's so good. Spirit is like all the vibes, bro. He's like all classic vibes here, and even has little eagle. His little eagle, dude, sits on his perch on his back is so good. And then that figure is articulated as well, so kind of drives me wild, bro, that they're able to, make this stuff. And then more kind of ending off with our kind of, I would say, is like not really gimmick type of G.I. Joe, because it's like, yeah, they do have their things, but I didn't want to get like too crazy. I just kind of wanted to stay more on like the more kind of natural, nothing really kind of like tech or add-on or just kind of like weird gear. So I wanted to stay a little bit more tactical, a little bit more realistic with these guys, but still a little more. But we got, what's his name? Freaking Beachhead, who I know who is still kind of like more like special ops looking guy. He's not really that much of a crazy thing, and he actually is kind of the retro carded the Snake Eyes mainly, because with the arms and the legs and then the neck and like the whole torso. But pretty good. I like these more soldier type guys, but they're a little more different, have their unique looks and styles. He's kind of like I guess, is he French? He's got the beret. I don't know if that's something or whatever. I forget what that's from, but he still looks great. And of course, I think he has been in the retro line, so just have the classified as my preference. And then that's the one from Target too that was at first lost to me, but then they had him back on order again. We'll put Spirit back here. I know he's in the back, but he's there in our hearts, as she is. You can't even see Beachhead. Well, we do that. That's not bad. And then we'll get our last comparison in with Barbecue. Kind of just one of my favorites. Weird, wacky guy who has like a crazy, like a fire armor suit here. It has that same kind of actual exact tubing. Yeah, that Dr. Mindbender uses. So, neat little thing that they would reuse there. So, kind of a little bit of cost, but mainly all new and very kind of like, same kind of like vibes of what they're doing. Like he has the hose thing, he has this thing. Maybe I can give this guy the hose. One of Dr. Mindbender's, like the more simple one, because he's fighting fires or whatever. Even though he's like shooting guys and because he does have a hose there. So you could give him the gun, I guess, too, if you wanted to. So we can try that out at some point. Probably not here on stream, but at some point. But it would kind of go with his other acts, too. So that's something. Well, here, wait a minute. It's just right here in front of me. Because it's here. Because look at that. That would work so well. Here, let's have some fun. I'm going to pull this guy out. Because I haven't really messed with this figure in a bit. I haven't really messed with all my Joes in a bit, besides like during last week's stream or the last time, from last month. But, I don't really, play with them. I just kind of pull them out of their shelves, but they look pretty good, if I'll be frank. Put them in this hand. I think he is a little bit more limited in how he can move. That does kind of affect the actual holding, and then, of course, the hands have been kind of more warped open, I believe, after holding the axe for so long. But him just holding that, looking like that, isn't bad at all. It's more simple. I do want to try to get the hose on there if I can, just to confirm. But I can't tell if this is a separate piece or if this is the same. No, it is a separate. No, that isn't. Oh no, that can. Yeah, that can just come out. Okay. So let's see if I can get this on here. I'm going to try this off camera. Yeah, look at that. There he is, fully hosed up with it. Pretty nice. Actually, a nice little neat thing for him to have. So not bad. Not bad for barbecue. Whoa, what was that? I don't know what just dropped. We'll put him back here. Hopefully you can see him. Barely. Oh yeah, the axe. The axe and the gun. Go return to that realm. But anyways. Now getting on with the rest of our comparisons, of course. Get him there. People there. Update. There we go. Okay. So then our next comparisons. Oh yeah, I gotta get Scarlet back over here. Well, do I want to even? You know what? She's gonna wait until the very end. Excusez-moi. We just have to. I don't know why I say that now. I don't know why that's a bit now. But here's our Cobra Commander. Looking so good. It's still my one that has that crazy bubble defect, but you don't really notice it on this. It's there, but honestly, it looks so good. I'm just like, oh, it's kind of too late now. He's here. He's in my hands. I can just get another one. But I don't really want to open another one. I want to kind of just get one loose now. And then if I do want to get one in inbox again, I probably just keep it in inbox and just have it on the wall because it looks so good. Yeah, like and that's the same thing. Yeah, with this Dr. Mindbender, it's like opening that, the decision like to open this figure, yesterday, was it? Yeah, it was just yesterday because I was just like I had no plans, for what this stream would be. At all. But it's like, okay, hopefully I'll be able to do a figure. I want to do something. I don't want to do this one or this one or this one or this one. So I picked this one because it's the kind of new, unique one. The one that's not just Spider-Man or Marvel. It's like it is still Hasbro, but it's different. It's a different vibe. It's a different look. But then there's Cobra Commander from the Retro Carter wave, and then here's also from the Retro Carter wave. What's your name? I just completely forgot your name. What's your freaking name? I can't remember. It's not Huntress. I keep thinking Huntress. It's like, and it's not Mistress. What? Yeah, you're not like a Lady Cobra. That's stupid. What's your name? I completely am blanking on her name. It's not Scarlet. Scarlet's back here. What the heck? Why am I thinking of Ventress? That's not right. Enchantress. No. I've forgotten her name entirely. But hopefully we'll be able to circle back around. Because here's our Cobra Commander. He's back here with them. There's her. What's your name? Baroness. Baroness. That's her name. Baroness. The Baroness. The Baroness. The Baroness. The Berenice. The Berenice. We need an update of her. I think there has been some updates, but they've been like more like exclusive, I think, items or something. Or I just haven't really looked at them. But I just want it all black. I know they've done a red, but it's not what I need. It's not what I feel. Just give me it all black. Holy. At some point. Then we have kind of getting over with the other main Cobra leaders. Then also starting the more tech stuff and the more weaponized kind of beings or soldiers, if you will. So we have Destro here on that more technological, kind of like more weapons base look here, but kind of similar, kind of like opposite vibes going on here. It's weird. But they look cool. And then you have, you know, the Cobra soldier, the Target exclusive one. I need to put his goggles up a bit more. Put that helmet down even further. There we go. So yeah, that Cobra soldier, more techie and more advanced. Also, you know, a bit more, I would say kind of like more modernish in design, but a little bit more, kind of like, it is a little more scary with those, with those eye goggles. So it's pretty neat. So it's a cool design. Destro over here. And then we'll put that Cobra soldier. Over here. Unless he knocks over Destro. There we go. Then next, getting back to our soldiers, but having two different types, and then one of them is from this actual same wave. We have the Cobra of Viper, who is meeting all the vibes right now. He looks so good. I love this figure more and more, the more I see it. And then, of course, the Bat, which I think is actually something Dr. Mindbender kind of helped create. In some instances, maybe. Seems like kind of the same vibes. He makes weird mind tech, so I think he would be able to make some killer robots, but that is more of like Destro's type of thing. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a lot to consider. But very cool figures that kind of give off those same kind of vibes here, but look great with this Dr. Mindbender. Bat and Cobra Viper are there, that's fine. And then for our last Cobra comparisons, ones that always also lose their accessories all the time, because that old stuff kind of doesn't really lock in that well together no more. They're kind of old. We do got, what's your name? I can't remember your name now. And I can't remember this other guy. But I know, that they are part of the dreadnoughts, two like of the main members of them. I do like their looks. I think I have something to do when it comes to this guy. I can't remember his name. I can't remember either of these guys' names, but they're iconic. But they look great. They look all very well together. So really, really fun. Can't remember what these guys' names are, and it's bugging me now. I think that's Major Blood, yes. Oh, and then the one with the disguise. Zartan. Thank you, Jimbo. Thank you for the information. I completely forgot. But Zartan's alright. He's not my favorite figure. I feel like I could use for an update of a Zartan, to be honest. But Major Blood, I'm pretty happy with. I don't think I really need another one ever. Because is the retro one kind of still kind of close to this? Still a little bit more modern, of course, I think, with the colors. But like the design, maybe? I don't know. He might be more, I guess, kind of like simplified, less kind of like cyborg or half robot dude, whatever it is. Oh, and also give him a bit an apple because he just seemed like that kind of asshole. Be like, all right, time to kill more Joes, I guess. It's just another day, even though I'm a cyborg, but I'm just gonna kill as many as I can because they're terrorists. And then Zartan's like, all right, I'm gonna go pretend to be one because this is a video game essentially. There they are. Alrighty, so then now we're gonna get Scarlet back in here. The piece of resistance. Because she does not want to stand with the rest. She is always the difficult one, who probably will start to require a stand to even be coming off the shelf, because we do not want to handle it that much anymore. But she's still a great figure. She still looks amazing. Unless she takes out, unless she takes out the whole battalion with her. You kidding me? These weak knees. These ankles. Always the ankles. Always the first to go with these Joes. Because they got so much heft at the top. Even though they're hollow. Mainly. All right. There we go. So there's our whole kind of Joes and everyone. Looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Let me get this more tilted. There we go. That feels more centered up there. I still kind of want to move you. Looking pretty good. Alrighty. So yeah, or even I'll move this guy a bit. get Major Blood in there as well, because he's back there somewhere. Filling out another blank. Our commander. A little more centered up with that. Okay. That's coming out. You coming in. Get more people for the final picture, to be clear. These guys are pretty good. Spirit's a little bit. Because he did get a little shaken up. There we go. There's Spirit. Alrighty. Well, there is, I think, everyone, except for Zartan. Zartan's kind of... He can be kind of like way back here. Just his little head poking out there. But yeah. Hope y'all have enjoyed the live stream. I think that's it for what we're going to be looking at. But Jimbo says, careful domino effect. Oh, yeah. Always with the... Always. Yeah, this is always a nightmare to always work on, especially if you don't have a lot of stands. But I do. I just choose not to use them because it's just me. Because I just got too many figures, so I can't really effectively use stands that much. But, you know, just stuff. Nice collection. Thank you, Jimbo, again. But yeah. Cool figures. If there's anything that y'all want to see more of, maybe more of the Joe collection, be sure to let me know or ask for certain characters to see if I got them, if you want to see them included in this comparison before we head off for the night. Do a little maintenance. Any other dreadnoughts? Yeah. I can probably get one. I think I got one more. I think that's all I have for dreadnoughts right now. But I'll grab her. It is the female member. Can't remember her name. I never remember the... Yeah, the dreadnoughts are kind of like weird to me. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm not really too familiar with them, but I do like them. Mainly like these main three so far that I have. I think it's like Zatanna or something, or Zatanna. But there she is. I think that's it for dreadnoughts. Yeah, that's it for dreadnoughts for me. But there she is with Dr. Mindbender. Kind of her more modern hair that they gave her with the cut on the side, but I think she looks pretty good. I like having the thing. Jimma says, right on, I forgot her name. She had a brother. Oh, okay. Is he a part of like the Dreadnoughts too? Because that would make sense. Or is he like a part of like the Joes and that's like the whole drama or whatever. I don't know any little... Again, I don't know anything really about G.I. Joe. I think that just the figures look awesome. I know like the basic story. Yes, he was dressed in pink punks, kind of like her. Okay. Have they done a figure of him in the Classified series then? Because I know they've done like 3 more guys. So I don't know if any of them are his figures, but pink punk. Huh. Have to look it up now at some point. Probably after the stream. But yeah. But there's Zatanna. I think that's her name. Or Zaitana. Or it's just a different name entirely. I don't know. A little bit of pink back there. All right, but any other questions or y'all want to see anything? No, I haven't had it in 2 weeks, so I'm going to go jalapeno tree. Okay, all good, Jimbo. Well, thank you. Well, thank y'all for joining the stream. Hope you had a good time. I had fun talking with some of y'all about figures. But Jimbo says, sorry, man, wrong text. I haven't had it. Jalapeno tree. Oh, you're all good, bro. Well, that's cool. Gonna get a jalapeno tree, Jimbo. Neato. But yeah, hope y'all have enjoyed this little stream. Had a fun time opening up another Joe, another Cobra member to add to the collection. Get my villains going up because I've had so many like of just the actual Joes that they're kind of like overflowing now. So I have like my main core team right now. I'm definitely gonna get more sooner or later, but I've been kind of like on a down low. Like I got the ones that I've needed and the ones that I've wanted so far, but really when it comes to like on the Joe team, there's not really anyone else. I still need to get a good roadblock. I still have like that very first version, so I'm hoping that they'll be doing a retro one very, very soon. And cool. But Jimbo says, I said cool figures again. Catch you next time. All right, Jimbo. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Have a good night, sir. But yeah, hope y'all have enjoyed. Be sure check out the Instagram if you want to see some pics. Just did a new toy pic of the Marvel Legends of Fantastic Four in their black and blue, which was the Walgreens wave. So, finally got time to get that up on the gram. So expect probably another picture or two within like the next month or so. Hopefully I can get something out. And also planning on doing something hopefully next month for sure. So be on the lookout for that. And then of course here, like this video, the VOD, the live stream, whatever it is. I always appreciate it. And then subscribe to the channel. It always helps. Subscribe just goes a long way. Always appreciate it. And then, comment what y'all want to see on the channel or what you enjoyed or what you want to see. All that jazz. But hope y'all have a good night. Thank you for joining me. Be cool. Do good. See ya.